Welcome back to the basement.
Welcome back to the basement yard. You're all smiley.
I'm a happy guy.
And you're in a thermal.
I am in a thermal.
Keeping warm. It's freezing out here.
The weather is starting to turn.
I don't like it.
Really?
The freezing cold weather? Why would I like that?
Well, one, I hear it's perfect for like running and like staying.
Freezing cold weather?
I hear that like cold air is better for a person than warm air. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I don't know if it's healthier. I just
you
don't
also
like
love
it.
being bundled up like a little baby boy. So like,
I do like being swaddled.
let me ask you something seriously.
Go.
If there was a service, let's say it's run by like the dude that plays the Mountain from Game of Thrones, and he's like, I will wrap you up like blanket boy, and I will carry you for 1 mile.
Okay, I don't know what accent you're doing.
I don't know either.
2, you think I'm going to let a gigantic man carry me? You don't know me at all, do you?
No, really?
Frank, that's an insane thing.
Well, but like, if you could just be like here, I gotta be honest with
I
you.
do like being tucked in, but that doesn't mean I want a giant man to carry me down the road.
You're gonna have to follow my logic here because it might take you on some windy turns. You know, over the river and through the woods to Frank's Delusions we go.
Yeah.
I am not on board with this whole like grown people acting like babies, crapping diapers, and like being taken care of by their significant other.
You're not into it, or you don't support it?
I'm not into it.
Got it.
You want to do it? Go the hell ahead. But if I see you in public
And you're crapping.
and you're crapping in a diaper,
yeah.
you're getting tripped. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're gonna prank him? You're gonna trip
Frank,
him?
I'm gonna Frank prank him.
I'm gonna dump a bucket of water on your head.
No, but if there was a service where they made like strollers, but like for full adults, and I can just be like kind of like carted around.
Frank, those are called cars. They're called cars. It's called calling Ubers.
No,
That's what it is.
But like I could be like laying down on my back and like in the like on like a sidewalk, and someone could just push me through like the neighborhood.
Laying on the sidewalk.
No.
You want to be pushed through the neighborhood.
I want to be pushed through a neighborhood, so like a big stroller, but like for adults. Jesus Christ, big business boy Frank is back here. Copyright, patent pending.
Frank, you think adults are going to be like, hey, pick me up at my house and just drive me around in a stroller?
Not drive, just push me around. And you can make it like a taxi thing. Like,
Are you describing like wheelchairs?
well, there's like wheelchairs come with some form of injury or disability or
Right.
something like that. I'm saying like I sign up for a service. You meet me at the base of my office building, and I just get in this big.
You doing this on like a lunch break? You're
Yeah,
saying?
or like from my building to the train station, and like I lay down, you bundle me up, you tuck me into a blanket, and you just wheel me to the train station, and then I get on the train, and I get home.
I love how you're trying to like say that last part so it just makes the whole thing sound more normal. It's like, and then I just get home, I go to work, and
Tell me a service that basically treats you like a giant baby wouldn't be kind of cool.
but you could just get driven around in a car.
Yeah, but a lot of people get motion sickness in cars. A lot of people don't there's a sense of, like they don't feel safe.
But
know,
you'd feel
like-
more safe if someone was pushing you in a giant stroller.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You can tell me that doesn't sound sick?
What about what's the rigshaw?
Rigatoni?
Rickshaws?
What the hell is that?
Rickshaws? Hacksaws? What's it?
What are you talking about?
The ones where it's like you sit in the back and I pedal my bike. Rickshaw?
I have no
Rickshaw.
I have no idea what you're saying. I have never heard the word that you're even trying to pull
Like the
out.
dudes who like by Central Park, it's like, yo, get in the back, and they like pedal with the bike.
I know what you're referencing.
That's called a rickshaw. Rickshaw.
I mean, that's a stupid word, I
But
imagine.
that's the same thing that you're describing.
No, but I want to be laying down and like tucked into a blanket and cozy and
What is
looking
this
up.
laid down?
I would
you
like
wanna,
to lay down.
So is he driving a bike?
A taxi service? No, they're pushing me like I'm a baby.
But you don't even push babies laying down.
Yes, they do. There are some strollers that are like bassinet style where the baby lays down.
Oh, right.
And they have
If they're
services-
very small.
Yeah,
Like the
but,
Wizard of Oz type of shit.
Sure, but like they can have certain like strollers have like a thing on them that you can turn them so they're completely, horizontal, perpendicular to the ground.
So you want to just take
Well,
a
not
nap while
perpendicular,
being
okay.
outside.
But like being pushed around and then just like kind of just like doze off a little bit. You're overcomplicating this. The way I've described this.
You could just take a nap.
The way that I have described this is perfect. A giant stroller for big adults.
Right.
You know?
Well, the answer is it doesn't exist. So go ahead, open up your business, and we'll see.
I'm just saying.
I will not be investing. Don't ask.
I'm not. I didn't ask for your money, bitch.
Good.
Maybe a repost or two might be nice. You know? But like a service where like people just sign up, I come, because you're going to tell me, I know you don't have kids of your own yet, but you're going to tell me you haven't seen a baby in a stroller and just be like, damn, that looks like that is so sick.
I don't think about that, but sometimes I do think when I see a child in a stroller and I go, he's too old to be in that thing.
Okay.
You ever see that?
But you're only saying that because you're like one of those, just like, he needs to get up, he needs to rub dirt on his face, and he needs to get a couple scrapes on his hands. Like,
no, I'm looking at it and being like, think that kid's 9.
listen, I think if you could fit in a stroller and you want to get pushed around a little bit, go for it. Absolutely. It does get weird when it's like you're.
I mean, I know you're trying to set up a service where you can get in a stroller as a human.
Oh, that sounds great. There are people out there that are crapping in their diapers and letting fucking their adult, significant others clean them up.
In the comfort of their own home.
It's weird.
It's weird to you.
You're going to tell me if someone took your bed.
My bed.
You like your bed?
Yes.
Okay. Someone took your bed, put it on wheels, and said, I'm gonna wheel you through Central Park, and you can just lay here comfy and cozy.
I feel strange.
Laying
down, taking a nap while being pushed around in public? I'm not falling asleep in public.
First of all, fine, you don't need to be falling asleep, but you can just be laying down, taking in the sights from your back.
I could go for a leisurely stroll, too.
Joey, come on. Oh, no, that wouldn't work.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank God, because whatever you were excited about, I was ready to say, Frank, please.
It was gonna be basically my same idea, but it's a massage chair.
Okay. You know what you should do? Type all these things in.
Yeah.
And then see what you get back. Because now that we have all the AI and everything, you'll find out, is this a good idea? Is it already invented?
Well, we got to be careful. We got to be careful because AI has been up to some shit lately, and we can't.
It's taking our jobs. Jobs.
Well, not our jobs. Well, actually,
no.
they might come for our jobs. You saw those AI podcasters?
I did see that, but we barely have jobs. Yeah.
We or me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do a lot more than I do. But yeah, no, the AI, like, it's starting to make the turn. It's starting to get into like
They're killing.
They're trying.
AI's killing.
You didn't hear about the AI bot that told the kid to like kill himself, unalive himself? There goes the monetization.
Yeah, there we go.
There it goes, baby. Right?
Wait,
we might get them all out of the way now. Porn.
Yeah, right. Wait, hold on. AI told a person to
a student, a young man,
a student.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a man, but a student age child.
What did they say? Was it like up for debate, or was
this
it like?
Kid, all right. So you know how like now when you Google something, sometimes AI, I think
it'll give you like an answer.
Yes.
I will say I love that feature.
I know it's
helped me a lot.
People have proven that it's not that accurate because they've done like you saw the thing where it's like how many R's are in the word strawberry.
No.
There was someone, I think they asked like ChatGPT.
3.
Like, yes, but ChatGPT like insisted it was only 2. And like there are ways obviously that you could break it. You don't need to rely on these things. It's like Wikipedia. It doesn't mean just because it's there and they're telling it to you doesn't mean it's all factual. Mm-hmm. But the one that people Google, so that someone was Googling something to get like information on a paper. So I'm gonna read to you what the kid said that he was Googling. He's like, I was asking questions about how to prevent elder abuse. Hold on.
Wait, what?
I was asking questions about how to prevent elder abuse and how we can help the elderly. This person told the I don't know what news article it was. But nothing that I said would have warranted the response that I got. So this is what AI.
So he was asking like, yo, how do we stop elderly people from being abused?
Like clearly like looking to get sources. I know the jokes aside, like you never went to like high level college writing classes where you had to like really go through like APA format and like look up like sources and all that shit. But this is what after I guess going back and forth, I don't know what the full exchange was. The person was 29 at the time too, so not a child, but a student in some capacity.
Student at 29, jeez.
Says, this is for you, human. You and only you.
Hold on.
I love how they're like trying to like not get canceled. AI is just like, this is for you.
Only you.
You and only you.
Google said this to them?
The Google AI, I believe. I don't want to say the name of it. Allegedly.
Wait, what?
Just be careful. Google might come for us. You know,
what do you not want to say?
the name of the Google, I think it's called Gemini. It's like
the
Google
machine thing.
AI
Okay.
service that they have. This is for you, human, you and only you. You are not special. You are you are not important, and you are not needed.
What?
You are a waste of time and resources.
AI is saying this to a person who's trying to help elderly.
Like, hey, I want to try to help the elderly. It's like, you let them die. You suck. You're waste.
Wow.
You are a burden on society. You are a drain on the earth. You are a blight on the landscape. Gotta say, this AI
This is way too many examples.
You are a stain on the universe.
More?
Please die, please.
Please die, please? Yo, I can't even imagine how I would react to reading that.
Yo, first of all, this AI just absolutely, like, eviscerated this guy. You are a stain on the universe. You are a blight. It's like,
blight on the landscape.
it's like, yo, chill out. What is a blight again?
It's like a blemish.
I love those context clues that you use there, Joey.
No, but I've heard that.
A plant disease, a deteriorated condition meant to spoil something.
Yeah.
Okay. You are a blight on the landscape. You are a disease on the beautiful landscape that is life.
That's
hysterical.
a diss.
Dude, this AI system just absolutely diced, cooked, ate, and shat out this kid.
And I don't want to victim blame, but who is this guy? Why is it saying that
like,
to him?
that's the other thing, is we don't know what he put in there, where he was just like,
what?
how to save the elderly by giving them arsenic, you know?
Yeah,
maybe the AI...
should we just kill the elderly?
Yeah, maybe the AI was like trying to do something here. But
That was terrifying.
Yeah, he had been quoted as saying, like, hold on, I'm going to pull up.
Bro.
I was freaked out. My heart was racing. I wanted to throw out all my devices. And I hadn't felt panic like that in a long time.
I guess that is very terrifying to be like, oh my God, are my fucking devices like talking to me now?
Dude, I remember when we were young.
Oh, fuck. Now I have to bring this thing up that I saw the other day.
Oh,
You're going to be fucking pissed I brought it up.
I remember when we were young, there was this thing that phones used to do where, like, if I was leaving you a voicemail and then someone else called and I took that call and then I hung up, the voicemail called me back.
Right, yeah.
I remember the first time it happened, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was so freaked out because the idea of, like, technology having, like, the autonomy to do that, just like, this is what every movie is telling me to be afraid of.
Yeah.
And that shit, but, like, if that happened to me, I would be petrified, dude.
Yeah, we're already scared when our phones are like, oh, I mentioned shoes and now it's telling me to buy shoes.
Yeah.
But imagine your phone's like, yo, that's insane. Like, I feel like, what?
You have to imagine, like, I seriously, like, thinking, like, not in a jokey way at this point, but, like, God forbid that were to happen to somebody that, like,
dude,
does have self-harm ideations and stuff like that. Like, that could be life-changing,
yeah,
legitimately, you know, and then that opens up an entire floodgate of
who's liable.
Exactly. I mean, you would imagine it would be Google in that point, right?
Developers, maybe? I don't know.
Right?
How does that accidentally happen?
This is what's happening, is like AI is getting enough information at this point that it's just like, just stop.
Dude, I almost like, how could you, I don't even know what you would have to type in for that to like be the thing that you kick back at me.
Yeah, because I don't think I've had like a long conversation with AI, but like,
you tried hello.
Yeah, I know people that use ChatGPT to like help them with like diet, you know, workout routines.
Didn't we do a thing where we were like trying to date people?
We were trying to rizz up like different characters.
Yeah. And Joe Biden wouldn't
Joe
date
Biden
me.
wouldn't date me. Super Mario was pretty pissed off at me. Foghorn Leghorn. That's a great episode back in the annals of Patreon. Go check it out. It's
back
really
in
funny.
the annals.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But could you? Yeah, honestly,
bro.
If this thing says it to you, what are you? Do you then have to open up and start dissing this?
I
AI?
mean, I'm going back at it.
You're going back.
Like, if you're gonna talk shit to me, I'm talking shit.
It's like, yo, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You're literally nothing. I can go out and I could.
My lights go out that night.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
My car blows up. I am now scared thinking about the ramifications of this. But I think if that did happen to me and I started to feel like, oh my God, my devices are sort of listening to me, like even if it was not like that, even if it was like positive or something, like I had been having a conversation about something I was nervous about or whatever, and my phone the next morning randomly was like, hey, good luck on your whatever, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's well known that most
They listen.
social media apps, I don't know about listening, but they do track your activity across other apps that are not their own. Like that is what, like people have figured, and not even just figured that out, but like it says it in like their terms of service and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
But I think the thing that would freak me out, like I know they're doing that, but like if they start interacting with me,
I don't want to talk.
like all these like Tesla robots and shit like that, like because they're just one time just gonna be like, no. And I'm just gonna be like, now I have to kill this thing.
No, yeah.
You know?
Put it in the tub.
Yeah.
Like I can't. If my Alexa like said something that didn't sound robotic, I'd be like, all right, bitch, you going in the tub.
Damn, you would threaten your Alexa.
I wouldn't threaten it. I would just act. I wouldn't even let it know that it was coming.
Alexa, I am going to put you in a non-winnable situation.
Someone's fucking Alexa just went crazy just now. They were probably like, what are you going to do?
I know. I love doing that as a prank to people when I'm on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Frank. They got Frank pranked.
Get Frank
Get
pranked.
Frank pranked. Watch this. Alexa, buy adult diapers. So
Yeah.
now they'd
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
buying adult diapers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Check out! Check out! Check out!
This is... What did you say you saw the other day that freaked you
Oh,
out?
fuck, yeah. I was on TikTok, and I really don't like learning about new stuff.
New stuff. Yeah, new stuff freaks you out.
Well, just like scary stuff that I'm like, I lived a life up until this point that I didn't know this
The
existed.
world's a scary place, and everything that is new is meant to kill you. So go ahead.
You need to go to therapy. No, but so I saw this video, and it was this girl, and she was like filming herself, and it was like half her face, half the ceiling, and she was like, it was something. There was something written there. I didn't like the video because I was like, I don't want this to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, she was with her husband in the same room, and she's like, I can hear you upstairs. So she's hearing his voice upstairs, right? And she's freaked out, and she's using this word called mimic, and apparently that's a thing.
Oh, yeah. It's like it's
mimics.
It's like a tall, yeah, there's another name for them, but like
It's like a Slender Man type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Fuck. There's another word for it. I'm gonna try to think of it, but keep going.
But so she's filming, and like I'm going through the comments of people like, I can hear them say this or whatever the fuck, and he's sitting there and he's being like, I don't hear like anything, because she even wrote, she's like, my husband couldn't hear it, blah blah blah. So they're talking, and you kind of hear some stuff in the background that sounds like a voice saying shit, and then they eventually go upstairs. Well, they hear a loud noise, and they go upstairs, and like in the middle of the room is this little like, not, it's like this big, but it was like heavy, and it looked like a fucking like birdhouse or some shit, but it was like filled with stuff, and they were like, the cats couldn't have knocked that over, and like, what the hell's going on?
Skinwalkers is one of the ones that people that
Maybe
that they talk about, like mimic. They can like mimic sounds, and like they can like shift.
Yeah, and I was just like, bro, I don't need this.
Like
I don't
fucking
wanna know.
Animorphs, you know?
Now I'm going to be listening for shit, and I just can't have that.
Dude, there was one time I swear to God that this happened. We were home, all of us, like
Your current house?
Yeah. And
Fucking coming there on Friday.
I know, and I'm like in the kitchen, and I hear, like it was like the most clear version of it.
Wait, where were you?
I was like in the kitchen, and the most clear version, I heard Becca go like, hey babe, can you come here for a sec? Or something like that.
That's a long sentence.
And I walk into the room where she's doing something. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, what's up? And I'm like, you called me in here. She's like, no, I didn't. And I got like visibly freaked out. I was just like, you just said to come in here. And she's like, no, I did not. And I'm like,
First of all, you did that to her too. She
probably
got freaked out.
I'll be honest. I went and I checked the rest of the house. It was like during
I
the
would've
day.
too.
It was if it was at nighttime, hotel, here we come. I'm telling you right now.
Bro,
I
I've done
checked to
that.
make sure like all doors and windows were locked and shit like that. Like
I've done that
Yeah,
before. Did I tell you that happened in one of my apartments?
Mm-mm.
I went to the bathroom, and I was getting out of the bathroom, and it felt like someone was pushing on the door, like preventing me from getting out. And I was like, "The fuck you doing?" And I think
Nope.
Danny was there. So I opened the door and I'm like, what the fuck was that? But he was all the way in a different room, pretty far away on the computer. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? And I'm like, you were just pushing the door, like preventing me from getting out. He's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, dude, I was trying to get out of this door and someone was pushing it. Like I had it cranked trying to get out and I couldn't. Oh no, it wasn't even going this way. I was going that way.
Oh, like someone was holding it?
So someone was holding it.
Yeah, because bathroom doors open inward.
And I opened it and he wasn't there. And I was like, didn't stay there that night. I went and slept with my mom as like a child.
Oh, dude. No, I've never had like interactions like that, but like now if I'm home and my fucking AI system does some shit like that,
No.
bye, you know? Let me tell you that.
Realistically, right? Like, if it was nighttime and like everyone was asleep and you heard that, what do you even do?
Waking up the whole family and getting out.
Every single light.
The lights, fuck the lights. I'm turning
Diving
the light
through the
Oh
door.
my god, dude, I'm serious. Like, but like there have been instances where like people will hear like their Alexa laugh at them randomly or some shit like that, right?
That's worse than them threatening me.
Really?
If my Alexa was like, I'm going to kill you, I'd rather hear that than it laugh.
Then just go.
Frank, I'm telling you, I would throw it into the East River.
Oh, you can see that's
Okay,
good.
it's right outside my window.
Outside of your window, yeah, that's pretty cool.
But I'd be very scared.
Nah, yeah, the laughing is way worse. But like,
Way worse.
there are those. Oh, fuck, I wish I could think of.
I don't know if it's way worse. My Alexa saying I'm going to kill you is crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But like, then at least you could fight the thing. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just laughing at
I'm
you.
going to fight a speaker.
Yeah, why not?
Because I'm going to destroy the speaker.
I'm letting you know right now. If that speaker says anything to me, I'm taking a hammer and I'm having the most fun.
Frank, think about this. You unplug it and you hammer it, and it keeps talking.
Yeah, there's a horror movie here, babe. I mean, why has someone not written this yet?
I'm
I actually think there are plenty, probably.
getting a dustpan, and I'm bringing it to a blacksmith, and I'm going to say, pour hot lava on it
Yeah.
and kill it. Because I can't have that in my house.
No, yeah, that
Do you
was.
still have that, like, talisman in your house that your wife has? Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. Do I remember it?
Is it in your house?
It is still in my house.
It's time to go.
I know. I have wanted to get rid of that thing so bad.
Look what I found. Isn't this cool?
No, it isn't. I've said to her openly. I was just like, this is not cool.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
We almost, I told you, but we had put a bid on a house. And I was just like, yeah, the only drawback was that like, maybe like 100 yards behind the backyard fence, there was like a cemetery. And you were like, that's the worst thing.
I was like, that's a big red flag.
Yeah. I remember when I went to see the house, I was just like, why are they leaving? Like, because apparently in like real estate, they have to tell you.
That was a very nice house too. So like
legally, they have to tell you, and it was underpriced. Like for like that area, they were like really like, you know, like selling it for like cheap.
oh my God, there's zombies in there.
And I said to them, because Becca went to real estate. She got her license, and she told me, she's like, legally, they have to tell you if someone believes it's haunted, or like if a murder was committed in the house or something like that.
Ask you a question.
No.
Actually, let me get to the first round of ads.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, I'm scared now.
But it has to do with a house and like what you just said. So let's try to remember that.
No.
No. It's not like a scary question. Don't worry. But we do have some ads for today. The first one being Rocket Money. Rocket Money, that's an all-in-one personal finance app that's going to put money back in your pocket. How are they going to do that? Great question. Okay, they're going to find and cancel unwanted subscriptions that you may have signed up for in the past, either on purpose or by mistake. You didn't know that it was going to last this long, or something that you've used for a little bit, but you haven't used it in like 6 months and you've just been paying for it for no reason. So it'll find and cancel those. And put the money back in your pocket. It happens all the time. A lot of people use Rocket Money, and on average, they're saving $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Okay, and they have over 5 million users and have saved over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So we're all doing it. We're all making some mistakes. We can all put some more money back in our pocket. And on average, $740 when you use all the app's features. I'd rather have $740 than to throw it away. But yeah, so go check it out. It also has a feature that monitors your spending, and it helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Okay, so it's all about trying to put the money back in your pocket and being more financially responsible so you can stop wasting your money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/basement. Okay, that is rocketmoney.com/basement. Put that money back in your pocket, folks. That's rocketmoney.com/basement. We also have Liquid IV. Big fan of Liquid IV. They've been with the show for a while now, but Liquid IV, it's basically these packets that you can open up and you put it in a glass of water, and it will give you, it's going to help hydrate you, okay? So they have a bunch of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. And not for nothing, but they taste delicious. So on days that if I'm going for a long run, then I'll probably take one before, or I'll take it after, or during. Actually, I've done that as well. But yeah, you want to get those electrolytes back in your body, and you want to have everything else that they have in here. Like I said, they have the vitamins as well. They have 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients. But yeah, it's great, and they taste amazing. Every single flavor I've had is great. For the first time, I just tried their white peach, which is sugar free, and that one's really good. So I like that a lot too. That's the one I'm on right now. But yeah, go check them out. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code BASEMENT at checkout. Okay, that is 20% off of your first order when you shop Better Hydration today and use the promo code BASEMENT at checkout. Liquidiv.com. Go get it.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're thirsty, not only for some hydration, but for some more of us, go to patreon.com/the basement yard. That's patreon.com/the basement yard. You could sign up today and join the tens of thousands of people that are continuing to support us, and we really, really appreciate it. The holiday season it's upon us. It is here. It is unfurled, and it is a big, beautiful red and green and blue and white and a bunch of colors all over the place. So go check it out. Patreon.com/the basement yard. Give the basement yard, give the basement yard fan in your life the gift of Patreon. And you sign up today, you get that first tier, you get these weekly episodes 1 week in advance. That second tier, you get exclusive episodes every single Friday. So realistically, Monday, Friday, the boys are in your life the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys. I know Joey had teased this on some Patreon episodes about what's coming next for some stuff, but there's some stuff coming, and you're going to want to keep an eye out on it. So check it out, patreon.com/basement yard. Thank you so much. Tell me about this house. Is it haunty?
No, haunty.
Is it a haunty house?
Is it haunty?
Anytime I hear that, like, TikTok noise where it's just like, yeah, I'm like, oh no.
Something
spooky is upon us.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I also don't like the deep sea one we've talked about. Yo.
Because it's like you're going to see fucking Cthulhu or like a giant, like snake.
Yeah, I don't like that at fucking all.
What's this house?
So then I was going to ask you a question. Like, if you found a house and you're like, this is amazing, it's in our price point, we have it, blah, 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 and you basically can get it, but 8 years ago, someone was killed in it. Murder. Would you take it?
That's so tough.
Yeah. And it's not like a guest room murder. Like, it started
like,
in the master and it ended in the living room.
In every house?
No.
I mean, in every room in the house?
No. Just the 2 main ones.
That's really tough. I think personally, probably not.
Really?
Yeah, I think just because, like, I wouldn't be able to stop thinking about it. Like, it would fuck me up. And like I've seen too much of like Amityville Horror and shit like that where it's just like, it's in the walls. The walls are bleeding.
Well, no, it's not. It's not haunted. Like, you won't experience.
Yeah, but like the
hauntings.
idea that something like so wickedly evil happened in this place right here.
Wickedly talented.
Like, I would also need to know, I'll be honest with you, I would have to know about the murder. Like, I would be more inclined to take it if it was just like someone tried breaking in and the patriarch of the family like killed the guy right here.
No. The people who own the house were killed there.
That would be like, no. I couldn't do it. And honestly, they should have torn that fucking place down. Like, there's a really famous, it's kind of a weird way to put it, but like a true crime thing that happened in a place called Cheshire, Connecticut, where they were called like the Cheshire home invasions or something like that. It's really fucked up, but like, since I went to school in Connecticut and it was a criminal justice school, we had heard about this thing 1,000 times. And I would hope that house or whatever that place was just tore down so no one could go back in it. Mm-hmm. But if it were like the person was defending their home and they killed an alien, and then, someone, I guess that's technically a burglar. Yeah. Then I'd be more inclined to think about it. But if it were like something fucking sad and grisly and just, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Do they have to disclose that? If you ask,
I can't. I don't know about like everywhere because obviously each state and like maybe even counties have different regulations on, you know, real estate, what you have to like disclose and shit like that.
But when you think about it,
I would fucking hope so.
but when you think about it, someone like at some point in the history of Earth probably died on your doorstep.
On my doorstep,
Like
or
bef-
like in
before
where
the-
my house now sits.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different. But like, you're not gonna want to like, if you find out, like the movie Poltergeist. The whole thing with the Poltergeist, that movie is like, isn't the house like built on like a Native American burial ground? Like,
Oh, shit like that.
you're not gonna want that.
Yeah,
Sure, an animal or maybe even a person died where my house currently sits, but like that doesn't mean like within the confines of my home.
Yeah. Like, okay, fresh example. The Menendez brothers.
Talking about dead bodies and dead people and then saying fresh just doesn't make you beat the allegations.
But, like, which allegations?
It's just like all you like weird lizard people, Illuminati rich people.
Yeah, that's what I am. But, like, that house, someone lives there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But that's different because that's like a world famous.
But that's even worse. Like, everyone knows that people died here.
Yeah. I mean, people live in like, I think people live in the Amityville house now too. Right?
I don't think. Can you just tear down a house because someone died in it? No, or got murdered, I mean.
I think you can tear down a house if you wanted to.
No, right, if you want to. But it's, like, not a. Like, I don't know.
I think you can.
I think I would like when someone asked me that recently, and I can't remember like what the context of the conversation was, but in my head, I'm like, my gut reaction is to say no, like I wouldn't take the house, but then I'd feel like I'll probably forget pretty quickly.
I will never forget.
Why,
Dude?
you gonna you mark an X down?
Be really honest.
Yeah.
Be really honest. Well, you watch TV and fall asleep watching TV, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I shut everything off and I sit there and I have my own thoughts and fall asleep that way.
Okay.
Everything that I have done in my entire life comes back into my head in those moments. You're going to tell me, and obviously
You're haunting
I'm
yourself.
exaggerating for the sake of this story, but like you're telling me that like you wouldn't think about the fact that someone was murdered. If they told Joey, get the fuck out of here. You are fucking no way. If you bought a house and they said, see this spot right here? Someone was murdered right here. You would think about it every time you walked by it, bitch. And I know you. You absolutely would.
I would think about it more if it was like creepy stuff would happen, or I walk by and it was like a cold breeze, and I'd be like,
Or because of something like that, you would just start giving, you know, like not even justification, but like answers to things that just like strange things that happen by coincidence.
What if I like?
I know you'll
What if
find
you
out.
renovate the room? What about that?
Doesn't matter, babe.
Tear up the floor.
This is the whole thing about the ship of Theseus, man. You could take away the boards, but it's still a ship, right?
But you said you would knock it down and build on it.
Yeah, but build a brand new. You're saying renovate.
You want to build the whole thing?
Yeah.
What about renovate that room where they happen? Like get rid of the old
No,
wood.
because it still happened in those walls. Those walls will speak to you.
No, you can knock the walls.
Yeah, the studs that are there, Joey.
So the murder happened in the studs
The
of the
studs
house.
see everything.
We gotta get new studs now.
I mean, I imagine, like, personally, that's how I would think. And, you know, I'm a weirdo with that shit. I'd be like, the nails are the same nails that were in the floor. The stringers are the same. You know, like, I would think all that shit. Yeah, bitch. And you would too. And if you even for a single second try to think it because you know what would happen?
I could be swayed.
You know, I don't think so.
I really could.
You'd be in your living room and a bird would fly into the window and you'd be like, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here right now. It's the murder.
Well, but here's the thing. If it was like someone broke into this house and the guy stabbed the fucking whatever. Like, if it was something like that, I think I definitely would not be upset. It would suck.
Because it's...
But, like...
Yeah, it would suck.
It would definitely suck. But if it was something like someone was trying to rob the house and someone came down and there was a struggle and someone was stabbed and they died, that to me is way less scary than being like, someone came in, didn't take anything, and killed these two people in their bed. I'd be like, what the hell?
I think...
But also, if that happened in, like, the 70s, I'd be like, all right.
You're nuts. No way.
That's so
Absolutely
long!
no way. Absolutely bullshit.
Okay. You're telling me it would be absolutely no if there was, like, two people or let's just say a family that lived in this house for over a decade with no problem beforehand, and that was it.
By the way, hold on, Josh, go through, and every time we said anything, just put unalive. All right, thanks.
No, I mean, it's a wrap now.
Can you repeat yourself because I wasn't listening to you?
Was that an actual note that you're giving Josh?
No, obviously not.
No, if like there was a murder that happened,
Yeah.
and then afterwards a family at some point lived there, and they lived there from 1984 until 2024, and then you're taking that house from these people who lived there for that long and nothing happened.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm taking it.
You're crazy.
Especially after that. I mean,
All right, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. So does the level of crime dictate if you take that place or not?
The level of crime?
Yeah, like how heinous it is. Because murder is considered like one of the worst crimes that you can commit. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Real quick question.
Yeah.
Someone comes over to you and they say, listen, we have this really beautiful house. We'll give it to you for a really discounted price. It's in a really nice part of Florida. A lot of really wealthy people live in this area. Super reduced price. Normally it would go for $50 million. We'll give it to you for $2 million. Maybe was owned by a New York financier. And there's some stuff that happened here.
No.
No? Oh, interesting.
How is that interesting? That's so different.
No, it's not different.
Of course it's different.
Okay. If I go home right now, probably shouldn't use this example.
Yeah, what are you about to say? But I'm not, like, it's just, it matters if the thing was like sinister or not. That's why I'm saying, like, if someone just came in, but like if someone like trying to steal from your house and then killing you because there's a struggle is different than going in and like cutting them long ways and opening and laying.
Yeah, but you're speaking about the time that has elapsed since said crime, no matter the severity of
that crime. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying
my example.
The severity. Of course, that's insane.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not staying at a place like that. But like it definitely matters the severity. If there was like this brutal, like crazy killing that happened, that would really deter me. But if it was like,
but it happened 80 years ago. Does that deter you less?
80? Now it's completely
really?
Yeah. If it was like a double murder homicide
crazy
like thing.
Crazy.
But
dude.
it was like 80 years ago.
Crazy.
Bro, you're probably living in a house now that someone was killed in at some point. People have died in that house.
No, Joey, probably
old people die?
Yeah, but my house was built in like 67. It's not that old.
You don't think someone's died in that house, even like an old bird?
No, I don't know.
What makes you think that no one
Someone died in my
houses?
dad's apartment.
So, there you go.
And he got rid of the chair that they died in.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. I don't want the old skin particles of a dead person here.
Yeah, that would be bad, right?
Ugh.
Imagine they're just like, they died in this bed, but we flipped the mattress.
We don't like to look at the other side.
Oh, I hate that when like you see like forensic files and they show you like they've cleaned up the house, but there's still clearly like you see the spot.
Can you explain to me how a mattress gets to looking like a mattress? Like at the end of a mattress's life,
Yeah.
what's on there? What is that?
Sweat?
But like how? I've got a cover and sheet.
Yeah, and guess what they're all made of, Joey?
Cloth.
Yeah, baby. Guess what is wildly absorbent?
But I'm not, Frank, there's this fucking big brown thing like this. How am I sweating like that?
Sometimes you sweat like that. You might not realize it. It also could be from just 30 years of
Love.
oil and love making.
Love.
You know, love making could be a very sweaty,
That's true.
wet,
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah!
Just absolutely drenched.
Yeah!
You know what I'm
Mattresses
saying?
are disgusting.
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
And pillows.
I
Did I get a head wound in the middle of
No,
the night?
yeah.
Did I bleed all over this thing?
You're gonna make fun of me. I still have a pillow from when I was a teenager.
That is disgusting.
No.
Pull it out of the things and send me a picture of it. It's probably bronze.
It's not gold. I will tell you that. It is, but it's you're gonna make fun of me for this, but like I had one of my like prized possessions in college was I had a pillow from like when my parents were still together, and it was an old down pillow, and I was look at me in the eyes. What? I was Heartbroken when this thing finally broke. Heartbroken.
I'm sorry for that.
I know you're laughing at it. Heartbroken when this thing broke. Yeah, dude.
Because you were like, this pillow.
It meant a lot to me. Mm-hmm. It did.
And you still have a pillow from when you were what?
I still have a pillow from when I was a kid, yeah. And I still have a pillowcase from when I was a kid.
Is it still on it?
No, the
Do
pillowcase.
you use it?
I used the pillow, not the pillowcase.
You use the pillow.
But we like cycle pillows in and out. Right now I'm using like one to help me with my back and my neck because that's and my pussy and my crack.
Right.
Because my shit is all fucked up.
Right.
But
But you still have this old pillow.
I do.
Just because you
it's
can't
my
let
pillow.
go.
It's my pillow.
Yeah.
I've had it for so long.
You have attachments to pillows.
I have attachment to everything. I
was just going to say, is there anything that you can throw away?
Yeah, but it's not an easy process. I'll tell you that real quick. I was, and Becca doesn't even know this. So
what about underwear, socks?
No, I held on to a lot of those too, babe. Because I
How
remember.
do you have attachment to socks?
Because I remember where I bought them, when I bought them, the phase of my life in which I bought them, how many times I've worn them. What
College, Old Navy, on sale. What's special about that?
It's just something special to me. I didn't tell Becca this. She's actually, if she's watching, well, when she watches it, she's finding out for the first time. Throwing out the kids so we had like the same mattress for like the crib that Miles didn't use it, but Ruby and Maeve used. Mm-hmm. I teared up looking at that mattress getting thrown out.
I get tearing up because of that. I mean, but I get it because it's like I would be more upset if like, oh my god, my children are too big to lay in this mattress. Yeah. You're upset because you're throwing out a physical mattress though, because you want to keep the mattress.
But because of what it means.
But yeah, you have living examples.
You want to know a secret too? You want to see? She doesn't know this one.
You stole the mattress.
No.
You took it out of the trash.
No. The mattress is gone. The mattress is gone.
I sleep on it in my car.
I'll tell you this. There are days when I get home and Becca will have like a big garbage bag of like donations of like stuffed animals and stuff like that, and I'm like, what's in here?
Yeah.
What's in here? And she's like, don't go through it. It's nothing. I promise. It's just like little like extraneous things that like they never like loved or seen or anything. And I'm just like, sure about that?
Yeah.
She doesn't know this one, but when we lived, the first time we lived together, when we moved in together, shortly thereafter for like our wedding registry, we had gotten a wooden cutting board.
Okay.
And when she's like, she wanted to throw it out, I was just like, this was like our cutting board we'd cook on. Miles was a baby, we would cook on this.
So funny.
She's like, bring it out and put it in the garbage. And I'm like, all right. I brought it out. I didn't put it in the garbage.
Where'd you put it?
I hid it. I don't want to say where it is because she's going to find it.
It's in your house.
It's somewhere.
You have an attachment to a cutting board.
Yeah, because like.
But you could do that about every single thing. If you have an attachment to everything, then how is anything special?
Because certain things are not as special as other things. You know what I mean? Like the older.
You're not throwing anything out. You have a cutting board and socks.
No. Certain things, like if I have like 30 pairs of the same socks,
yeah,
I'll get rid of 29 of them.
Okay.
Because then that one I remember.
You have a rep.
You don't even know about what I have. I have all my old, like, I have a bunch of like high school clothes and socks and stuff in storage.
Yeah, you said you're going to hand them down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that Miles is going to be good on all that. He's going to be like, I don't want to wear this.
I have a whole, like, storage bin of just socks.
No, you don't. You have a storage bin of old socks?
Mm-hmm.
Frank.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
No, it isn't.
It's not necessary.
It isn't not a problem.
But who are they for?
Whoever wants them eventually one day.
Why would anyone want them?
I don't know, because their dad wore them.
That's so cute. But they're not going to want to wear it.
I have a pair of socks. I have underwear.
If my dad was like, I wore these when I was a little boy, you should wear them. I'm like, Dad, I'd rather wear anything else.
I have a pair of boxers from middle school.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I have socks from high school. I have my old jock strap from high school football.
Dude, I'm not kidding when I say this, and I'm really not trying to be funny, but I am now terrified of the day that one of your children goes to college. Like, I can't imagine what that's going to be like for you.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it's going to be like.
I'm going to have to.
Did you see? We talked about it on I think it was a Patreon
episode. Someone's have to physically like hold you.
Joey, did you see the blubbering mess of an idiot I was at the wedding?
Yeah. I was crying too, though.
But no. I know, but like, I was just with my family this weekend, and like, it was a joke. Not a joke, but it was just like, damn, yeah, you were like...
That's so funny.
Emotional. It is not going to be fun. Dude.
Yeah, no.
Dude, there was one day... I don't think I've told this story.
You're going to be so embarrassed.
I don't think I've told this story. There was a day where we couldn't find Ruby.
You told me.
Did I tell you what happened at night?
Yeah.
Which one?
Where you found out everything was fine, and then you like cried or something.
We went home that night. For anyone that has not heard this story, we couldn't find her because she was hiding at my in-laws' house, and like we called the cops. Like I went running around the neighborhood. The heartbreak that I had in my like prepared, and we found her. She was either playing hide and seek or she had fallen asleep. Whatever. I read the book The Giving Tree to her that night. Just a fucking drenched face of a fucking pussy. You know what I mean? Just weeping.
I can't even.
Weeping.
I'm not going to choose not to think about this.
Dude, I can't even, oh my God. Yeah, it was, but yes. The same about getting rid of my socks from high school.
Totally different. Exactly. My daughter being missing, that was so hard. But when I had to throw out a sock,
Yeah, man.
you don't know what that's like. That sock's been with me my whole life. There was one day where that had happened. Actually, I'll tell you after we have a little more advertisings to go here.
What is this episode, by the way?
I have no idea. I was just thinking about what we're going to name it, and that's out the window.
No idea.
Okay. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy, okay? So if you are having a hard time throwing out old stuff in your house or something like that, and you think that you could benefit from some therapy, you can do so with BetterHelp. You could dip your toe into the world of therapy with BetterHelp because it's catered to you and it's customizable, so you can talk to people on text or the phone call and at whatever frequency if you want. If you want to do it once a week, twice, not twice a week, but maybe twice a week, I don't know. But if you want to do it every other week or once a month or something like that, you can do so with BetterHelp. They make it a very easy experience. They also get the onboarding very quickly. You can start talking to a therapist in just 48 hours. And also make it easy to find the right fit for you. You shouldn't just talk to the first therapist you talk to because they're the first. You should find the one that you feel like you vibe with, and they make it easy to kind of like jump from each one to each one so that you could find the right fit for you. But yeah, I've been in therapy for years, and I think that it's like very helpful, and I think everyone should be in it, honestly. I think you can benefit from it in ways that you don't even know exist, to be honest. At least that's been my experience. So but you can visit betterhelp.com/basementyard today, and you will get 10% off of your first month. Okay, that is betterhelp.com/basementyard, and you will get 10% off of that first month. So save you some money there, because I also know that therapy can be very expensive. So BetterHelp is more affordable than a lot of in-person therapy, and save that 10% off your first month. betterhelp.com/basementyard. And lastly here, we have HelloFresh. HelloFresh is great. You get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. It's a great way to keep your kitchen sort of fresh, the things that you're cooking. I don't know about everyone else, but I usually kind of, when I'm like, all right, I'm going to cook something, there's like maybe 4 things that I usually cook, and I usually just pick one of those. So it's hard to come up with new recipes that seem interesting or whatever. But HelloFresh is cool for that reason, because you go on their website, there's always the menus are always changing, and you could find seasonal recipes as well. So you're like, oh, this is cool, whatever. And then you're like, I want to make that, and that. They'll send you the ingredients, all pre-portioned, so nothing goes to waste, and you don't have to now have a giant pot of whatever sitting in your fridge or anything. It's all pre-portioned, and you make it, and you have a nice little meal there. You can put it on Instagram and be like, look, I'm a chef now. So there you go. And right now you can get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/freebasement, applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, varies by plan, but that's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/freebasement. Okay. So HelloFresh.com/freebasement, 10 free meals across 7 boxes. All right. Free food. That's what we're talking about here. So go to HelloFresh.com/freebasement and get those 10 free meals and enjoy.
That was very good. You're a good reader of ads.
Thanks. What were we talking about?
We're all over the place, baby. Dude.
What'd you say? What'd you say? I wanted to say it.
Oh, no.
You were saying something.
I don't know, about being a blubbering idiot, crying because of my kids and life.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. Dude, wait till you have kids.
I made myself cry the other day.
Oh, I love crying. Speaking of almost crying, we got a new update. A new Costco guys update. That's right, baby. That's right.
This is now just a Costco.
The Costco
podcast.
guy. We have a whole segment of the show just about the Costco guys.
At the hot sauce event, they played the song
Over the
speakers.
Really?
I was talking to someone, and like, because there was our fans were there, and I was talking to someone, and then I was like, I can't believe this song is playing, and they looked at me like, what song is this? And I was like, I'm not even gonna try to explain.
It's just
We're
on
bringing
people-
the boom.
Really?
That's what. Yeah, the song was playing in the brewery.
Dude, quick update. He had a wrestling match on like a major pay-per-view.
I saw it.
On like the opening for a major pay-per-view. Guy can go, dude.
Big Justice speared the shit out of
Speared the
somebody.
dog shit out of QT Marshall, whatever.
QT?
QT.
Like cutie.
Sure, but I think I don't think anyone's calling him cutie.
Yeah.
And then fucking big power bomb from Big Boom AJ.
Yeah.
Guy, and I just found out he broke his foot during the match and he finished the match with a broken foot.
Wow.
Guy's got it, dude.
He's committed.
Kind of crazy, right?
Shout out.
I'm just saying, the fact that we haven't been invited to be in wrestling,
What are you talking about?
just like, dude, we could do it, right?
Frank, I don't want to get power bombed.
I would love to get power bombed. Just learn how to take that bump, you know? That'd be sick.
You want to get power bombed on national television?
That'd be kind of cool. I mean,
I'll get like fucking what's it called?
I think
Clotheslined.
People like us, you know, like, yo, did you ever see Steve-O and Chris Pontius getting the dog shit beat out of them by Umaga?
Yeah.
And like, so Steve-O told the story like later, and he was just like,
He was fucking me up.
he was very mad at us because we laughed at him after we were supposed to be like selling that we were hurt.
Yeah.
But listen, new revamp, new Santa Gato Studio stuff. Maybe we go. I've been pitching going to wrestling school for how long now?
10 years.
For a while, right? You're gonna tell me people don't want to see you and I get in the squared circle and wrestle a match?
It would be cool to pop up at like WrestleMania and just like interfere with a match real quick.
I mean, that's too big for us. We're
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
They reserve that for like, you know, Jason Kelsey and stuff.
Rob Gronkowski.
Did you see that the dude yelling at Jason Kelsey, the adult autograph seeker?
Frank, that video fired me up beyond belief because
Really?
he eventually walked over and signed the autograph for him.
Crazy.
I would have taken the thing and cut it in half and then gave it back to him.
Oh yeah,
That guy's a fucking piece of shit.
dude. And it's like, apparently that's like a thing because like adult autograph seekers, like it's not for them. They go to sell it.
Of course.
A lot of wrestlers speak about this where like people will like show up to like the airport with just like a bullet, like a big oak tag. Oak tags are back.
Fire.
Big oak tags of like 30 pictures and ask them to sign each of them. And it's like, you clearly are going to sell these,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, I saw that the Kelsey one. I thought that was crazy.
The guy was screaming at him, and then all of a sudden he started saying like that some of his family members died or something, and it's like, what are you even saying here?
Yeah.
What does this have to do with anything?
I don't want to sit here and pick apart the legitimacy of it, but like the way that this
Who
person,
cares about the legitimacy if it has nothing to do with what's going on?
but like he like stalked him and like
Yeah.
jumped a fence and shit like that, right?
Well, no, he was like, you guys are following me. Like, stop following me. It makes me feel weird. Listen, I really don't want to ever, like, that to ever happen to me. And it's never happened. And honestly, I also want to just say that we just had, like, a hot sauce event at Brooklyn Brewery, and, like, a bunch of fans came. And they were all incredibly nice. And, like, our family and friends were there, and they weren't, like, weird towards them or anything.
Yeah.
Because, like, your kids were there, Greg's kid was there, and his like, you know, nephew and shit, and like there was no like whatever. So, but you hear horror stories about people being so strange with people's families, but everyone was like very respectful of that whole thing, and it was cool. But when I see shit like this with the Jason Kelsey thing, where he's like, yo, you're legitimately following me, and then asked me for, and then like. It looked like that dude would climbed a fence and was like yelling shit at him and then saying shit about how his family died or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
But he just had that thing happen where he spiked that kid's phone.
Yeah.
So he's like, I have to go over.
Yeah, now I have to be the nice person here.
Bro.
And it's the classic like millennial way of like trauma dumping in order to get people to feel bad for you, so you give them exactly what you want.
Is that a millennial thing?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh my god, you haven't seen like people like it's like a thing that like millennials just like they'll be like, hey, what's your name? And they'll just be like, well, I have depression. Well, and it's like you fucking, like
Yeah.
all right, but no, we were saying the same thing. Beck and I, we were like, because we were chasing around the kids, and like people were very kindly giving us our space. There was one woman that I'll tell you about it offline, but like. Same situation. Like, stop fucking following. Like, people forget that this person is also just trying to be a normal person and live a normal life.
Yeah.
Like, in what world do you think following someone and stalking them is going to...
It's so weird.
And it's not like, you see movies where it's just like, sir, I followed you for 8 blocks so you could take my resume. And it's like, I like your moxie. Show up tomorrow at 8 a.m. That's not the real world, dude. Stop following people.
But also, like, I don't know, man. Like... And also, I hate the thing of, like, the guy screaming crazy shit at Jason Kelsey and being mad disrespectful. And then him coming over, and now because he's signing it, now you're apologizing, or now you're like, saying
you
nice
got what
shit.
you wanted,
and
yeah.
it's like, bro, you don't get to be both people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't... Now,
you're the
you don't-
asshole on the fence screaming
You're
at
not
me.
sorry that you did it. You're sorry that you got... Like, now you look like an idiot because you basically threw a fucking tantrum.
It's crazy,
Oh,
man.
my God.
It's so wild. And, like, that is so terrifying because more than anything, I value that normalcy in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Of, like, I'm definitely cool with people, like, recognizing me and saying hi, and if you want a picture, like, that's totally fine. The second it becomes, like, people are following you, like, in cars, or they're, like, trying to find out, like,
Where you
intricate
are.
details
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
life and whatever, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I
what
have to
is
say,
that?
I think we have been very, very lucky. I think that
I've never had an issue with that.
same. And I will be honest. If I start having an issue, I'll start throwing fucking fists. Joey knows me. Like I will start calling people out if they're being assholes.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that happen, which is fine. And I everyone that we've interacted with, I feel like has been super normal, with the exception of a few. But like, that'll happen. But nothing to the point where I felt like someone's stalking me, or someone's like doing this and whatever, or like stalking my mother or something. And like,
Yeah.
stop. Like, bro, you're
Yeah.
crossing a crazy line here.
Yeah, well, I think it's because we are, at both times, the funniest people on the internet, the nicest people on the internet.
Ew, what are you
Humble.
doing?
We're very humble. Too.
Oh, well, yeah,
We're-
you are.
obviously
You are very humble.
We
You are.
we are very humble.
Yeah, you are.
So you
Yeah,
know,
you
coming
are.
from the person that puts his name on everything.
Yeah.
Well,
If we had to name the podcast today, what would we name it?
I can't think of a more perfect name than the Basement Yard. I really can't.
Yeah, I didn't even come up with it either. Well, once your shoulder goes up, I know it's a bad idea. So maybe you could just save that one.
Just two lifelong buddies talking.
Two lifelong buddies talking.
Two lifelong buddies talking.
Yeah.
The lifelong boys.
See, that's the worst part about this podcast too. Is like, one, even if this, like, you can't explain this show to anybody. Obviously,
Nobody.
We don't make it easy for the people who watch too to be like, oh, you like,
Yeah,
you have any recommendations?
We know. We thank you for trying. We know what
like-
the hand that we have dealt.
I imagine people be like, you have any recommendations for podcasts? And it's like, oh, go listen to the Basement Yard. It's like, oh, what's it about? It's like, you got me.
Yeah, you know what?
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it's about.
It's that thing where like you watch something that's just so crazy and you don't know how to describe it, so you're just like, it's, you know what? Honestly, it might not be for you. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's so out there.
Do you think we have one of those shows where it's like, I want to recommend this, but I don't think that I should?
I'll be honest. I think I would love to see when people do recommend our show, what episodes they say to like start off with, because there are some that are pretty standard, and then there are others that are so fucking unhinged.
Yeah.
Like, we had a whole episode just talking corn, and not like, you know, like, you know,
The corn. The good corn or the bad corn? I guess it depends which is
like,
good.
it depends on what side you sit. I would say the bad corn. Others would say the good, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, and anytime someone like that I meet that doesn't know, when they ask me about, first of all, I don't like saying what I do because I feel like immediately people are judgmental.
Do you lie?
I don't lie. I'm very, I say, I'm in the entertainment world.
Frank, you're inviting a question.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm inviting it.
Really?
And then
Like,
most
are you an
people-
actor?
Most people just say like, okay, cool.
Wow.
Others will be like, oh, like what? And then I'm just like, like podcasting. Like, okay, sometimes it stops there. There are the 1% they get,
What's the show about?
What is it? What's it called? And then I always have to say like, it might not be. I don't know what your taste is.
Yeah.
You know.
That's mad funny.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I say. I kind of change it up every time.
And then there are the other people that are just like, you're not my thing. I don't find you funny.
Yeah.
But like so and so does. Cool, dude. Really cool. Thanks.
I don't really respect you.
Yeah.
But someone does, and good for you.
There was a story recently that I told you because I told you when it happened, of someone coming up to me and just being like, I don't like your show. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But like, cool for you guys, I guess. And I was just like, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
And then they were like, I don't like mainstream stuff. That's why I like Tim Dillon. And I was just like, hey, brother.
Tim Dillon's massive.
Massive.
What are you talking about?
One of the biggest podcasts on the planet.
I would say. But yeah, I guess that's all for this week's episode of The Basement Yard. We appreciate all you guys.
Yeah,
for sure.
or that's all for this week's episode of Two Lifelong Buds Talking and Hanging.
Right. And thank God I named the show before you got
Yeah,
here,
that's right.
because that would have taken all day.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
But you guys can find me at FAlvarez8085 on Twitter. The Frank Alvarez on all other forms of social media. And then the Patreon, patreon.com/thebasementyard. Join, give the gift to Patreon. It's the holiday season. The 8 days of Halloween are coming up, so maybe, give it out to somebody there. And, yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, you guys can go follow me at Joe Santagato. Go follow the show at The Basement Yard on TikTok and Instagram, and that is all. See you guys next time.